It's something, nothing planned.
Hi, thanks for joining us today. Welcome to Cooking Rhetoric with Russ. Today we're going to be cooking some ribs. Plan on it taking you quite a while for you to get this done. You're looking at about at least 3 hours to cook the ribs. It's something you probably want to start. You can possibly start the night before, get everything ready before the football game on Sunday. I know you don't have 3 hours, especially if you're up late on Saturday or something. You don't have 3 hours before a football game, but trust me, it's well worth it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the dry rub here. All the ingredients in here. 1 teaspoon of the paprika, 2 teaspoons of the sea salt, 1 teaspoon of hot mustard, tablespoon of garlic powder, 3 teaspoons brown sugar, a teaspoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of red pepper. Now what I'm putting it in here is a coffee grinder because I do not have what you would say a professional kitchen setup here, so you got to make do with what you got. Get that bad boy on there, put your top on. You don't have one of these, go ahead and put it in a bowl, use a spoon or something, and grind it all up together, and you'll be right as rain. Next we're going to get the ribs out, we're going to get the rub on it. And while you're doing that, go ahead and preheat your oven to 2 1/4. Let's get the ribs out, and we're going to put the dry rub on. Alright, well, we've got the ribs out now. This is 3 racks of ribs. You're going to want to put these ribs in with the curved part facing down, so that's where the bone is right there. You get the majority of the meat on the top. Go ahead and grab the dry rub. Go ahead and get it sprinkled out evenly on all the racks. And go ahead and get this rubbed in here. And then go ahead, if you have one of those nights where you open one too many beers and you realize this was a bad idea, and if you were planning on cooking something the next day, why not save that beer? Put it in the fridge, use it to cook. Alright, so what you want to do with the beer, pour it in around. Don't pour it on top of the pork. You'll get that dry rub to come off. 1 inch to 1 inch worth of beer on there. I'm going to wrap them with foil. Looks like I need another fresh one. Didn't have enough left over from last night. And that's going to help keep the meat nice and tender when these bad boys are done. Get these all wrapped up. Let those bake in the oven for 2 hours. Time to make some sauce at a medium heat. Once it gets nice and hot, feel that, add yourself a little bit of olive oil. Take 1 onion, and I added 4 cloves of garlic. Add as much as you want because garlic tastes great. I mean, if you hate it, I guess you don't want to use it, but you probably wouldn't be cooking ribs if you hated garlic, right? You probably wouldn't be cooking at all, actually, if you hated garlic. And there real briefly. Go ahead and add the rest of your ingredients for the barbecue sauce we're going to be basting on the ribs. 28 ounces of tomato sauce. Pepper. Let's go with a teaspoonish. About a teaspoon of Cajun spices. Tablespoon. This will add a nice little bit of kick to the sauce as well of the red pepper flake. Tablespoon worth. Spread it around in there. And I'm using sea salt. I know there's garlic already in there. Go ahead and throw yourself another teaspoon of garlic powder. 1/4 cup. There we go. Of ketchup. 1/4 cup of mustard. And I'm using the sweet hot mustard. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. 1/4 cup of the boxed Merlot. Stir this around. We're going to let this cook for about an hour. Simmer it down after it starts to boil, and you'll be good to go. Alright, so we got the sauce cooked for an hour. Make sure you always stir it every 20 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and get your brush. If you don't have a brush, take a spoon. All of them basted here. Just finishing up this last rack. The aluminum foil off. Give them 30 minutes with the cover off. Alright, so now we got all the ribs out of the oven. We got the sauce out here, as you can see. It's time to go ahead and get these bad boys sitting up there. Start with these ones on the second rack. By the way, keep the bottom of the curb down. There's really no reason to flip it over and baste that side, but I have a feeling that we will. Okay, we got all the racks of ribs on the grill. It's time to baste them. And I'm gonna go ahead and just tell all you Dork Jock fans out there, or whether or not you're a fan of our website, baste the heck out of these guys. Everyone loves sauce. Why not baste the heck out of it if you love sauce? I said we might baste the other side. Well, we're gonna. Alright, we're on our last phase here. Cranked up the heat to medium. And we're taking all these racks and putting them on. We're gonna give them 3 minutes here at the end. I think these ribs are done. These are gonna taste really good. So I'll run up me some mashed potatoes. Ready to go. Get me some beans going here. With this tiny spoon. I don't know why I decided to use the tiny spoon. The ribs with, we're bare handing it. How's that look? Perfect meal before a Sunday game. Thanks for tuning in with Cooking Rhetoric with Russ. Check out dorkjocks.com.
She won't believe in every story